We're making the most delicious soft and chewy red velvet cookies with cream cheese frosting. They're gluten-free with almond flour and naturally colored with beetroot powder. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. To make this really easy cookie dough, we're going to start by creaming together our butter and our sugar. So in a large mixing bowl, I've just added half a cup of butter. Now you're welcome to jot down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below, and that will take you to the full recipe, which has the nutrition facts, ingredients and substitutions, as well as frequently asked questions. Next, we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of cane sugar, but you can use regular sugar if you like. And then we'll just mix this together till it's nice and fluffy. Next, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. And that's going to add a little bit of flavor as well as activate the red color that's in the beet powder. And we'll crack in 1 egg. And then we'll mix this together just until combined. Next, we're going to add our dry ingredients, which includes 2 cups of almond flour, half a cup of tapioca flour, but you can also use a gluten-free flour. And then to bring in the red color, we're going to use some beetroot powder. And this is a wonderful natural alternative to red food dye, and it's just made from dehydrated beets. So we're going to add 3 tablespoons, and I've included a link in the video description below to my favorite powder if you'd like to check it out. Next, we'll add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. And then we'll just mix this together till we have a nice soft cookie dough. And you'll know it's combined when you have an even red color throughout. Now when you add the beetroot powder, it is going to give it a beet scent, but it is not going to taste as strong as it smells. You'll barely know it's there in the baked cookie. Now to form the cookies, I went ahead and just lined my baking sheet with a sheet of parchment paper because that makes it really easy for getting the cookies on and off of the pan. And I really like using my medium-sized cookie scoop because it's really quick and it makes the cookies uniform in size. So I'm just going to fill my scoop and place them right on top of my parchment paper. And you will want to leave a couple inches in between your cookies. Now when these cookies bake, they're not going to spread very much, so we want to go ahead and shape them before we bake them. So a really easy way to do this is to just take a really small bowl of water and then just wet the tips of your fingers and then just go in and gently press down on the cookie and smooth down the edges. And this only takes a second and will really make for some beautiful cookies that are ready for frosting. Now that we've shaped all of our cookies, they're ready to go into a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, or just until the edges are starting to turn a really light golden brown. Now while the cookies are in the oven, we can go ahead and make our cream cheese frosting. And we're going to start by adding 4 ounces of cream cheese, which is half of a block, to a bowl. And you will want it to be room temperature, so it's really easy to mix. Then we'll add 2 tablespoons of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and you can use fresh or store-bought, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And then we'll just whip this together till they're really smooth and creamy. And now this is nice and creamy, we can add our powdered sugar. Now I really like to use powdered cane sugar, but you could use regular powdered sugar if you like. And I do recommend sifting it first so it blends up nice and smooth. So we're going to add 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, and then we'll gently mix this together until it is smooth and creamy. Well, that looks perfect, and I think it needs a pinky test. That is so good. The secret to really amping up that flavor is adding in the fresh lemon juice as well as a little bit of salt, but you could omit both if you like. And then we can set this aside until our cookies are baked and cooled. Well, here are our baked cookies, and I took them out of the oven and then allowed them to cool completely. And they are gorgeous. I love that they have this deep red color, but without using any synthetic dye. Now, if you could use healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the video description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. And now that the cookies are cooled, we can add our frosting. Now you can either spread on the frosting with a spatula or put it into a piping bag. And I just have a real simple round tip on mine. And then to frost it, I'm just going to start from the outside and gradually corkscrew my way all the way around to the center. Now you could just enjoy it as is, but I'm going to add just a few little white on white sprinkles, which I think is really beautiful. And then you can let these sit on the counter to set or enjoy them right away. That is delicious. As soon as you bite in, you get that lightly crispy exterior on the cookie, and then you go into that really chewy center, and then you get that creamy texture coming in from that cream cheese frosting. And I love that it's made with clean ingredients and everyone can enjoy them regardless of any gluten allergies. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today in my kitchen. And I've included a link to the full recipe, and it's in the video description below. And that will take you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I cannot wait to have you hang out with me again in my kitchen.